Welcome to Kansas City Chiefs Today. The 2025 NFL Draft is here, and the Chiefs are gearing up for another Super Bowl run. In this video, we'll break down the team's biggest roster needs, target top prospects, explore blockbuster trade scenarios, and unveil a mock draft to reshape the roster. From protecting Mahomes to bolstering the defense, we've got it all. Stick around, hit that like button, and let's dive into the Chiefs' draft strategy. The Kansas City Chiefs have consistently been one of the most dominant forces in the NFL. But as we look towards the 2025 NFL Draft, it's crucial to identify where the team needs reinforcements. A quick glance at the roster shows some clear areas for improvement. Offensive line depth remains a top concern, especially with injuries affecting consistency last season. Wide receiver is another position that could use some strengthening, with questions around depth behind top targets. Additionally, the defensive backfield could use a boost, particularly at the safety and cornerback spots. Age is also a factor. While Mahomes is still in his prime, players like Travis Kelce and Chris Jones are getting older. This draft could be pivotal in keeping the Chiefs at the top of the AFC. In this video, we're diving deep into the best fits and potential trades that could shape the Chiefs roster for another Super Bowl run. When it comes to the 2025 NFL Draft, the Chiefs need to prioritize building up their offensive line and adding firepower to their wide receiver group. Key prospects like Joe Alt, OT, Notre Dame, and Amarius Mims, OT, Georgia, are absolute tanks on the field, providing protection that Mahomes needs to operate at his best. On the wide receiver front, Emeka Egbuka, Ohio State, and Xavier Worthy, Texas, are standout targets with the speed and hands to make a real impact. Drafting a top-tier offensive tackle not only protects Mahomes but extends his career by reducing the number of hits he takes. Meanwhile, adding a wide receiver with elite separation skills can help the Chiefs stretch the field and keep defenses on their heels. These draft targets perfectly align with the Chiefs' need for offensive firepower and protection. While the Chiefs' offense often steals the show, defense wins championships. Strengthening the secondary should be a key focus in the draft. Prospects like Kalen King, CB, Penn State, and Cameron Kinchens, Miami, have the playmaking ability that would elevate Kansas City's defense. King is a lockdown corner with the ability to shadow top receivers, while Kinchens is known for his range and ball-hawking skills at safety. Adding these defensive talents would not only close gaps in the Chiefs' secondary, but also allow the defense to be more aggressive in pressuring opposing quarterbacks. A stronger secondary means more time for Chris Jones and the defensive line to disrupt plays up front. The Chiefs can't rely solely on offensive firepower. They need these young defensive studs to make game-changing plays. Kansas City is never afraid to make bold moves, and the 2025 draft could be the perfect time to execute a blockbuster trade. Rumors are swirling around potential moves for star players like Jalen Ramsey or DeAndre Hopkins. Acquiring a player of Ramsey's caliber would solidify the secondary, while Hopkins would bring an elite receiving option to Mahomes. The cost of such trades would likely be steep, involving high-round draft picks, but the payoff could be massive. Imagine Mahomes slinging passes to Hopkins or the defense locking down opponents with Ramsey in coverage. It's risky, but it's the kind of move that could push the Chiefs over the top. Trades aren't cheap, especially for top-tier talent. The Chiefs would likely need to part with a combination of first- and second-round picks to land a game-changer. General Manager Brett Veach has a history of aggressive moves, so it wouldn't be surprising to see him leverage draft capital for immediate impact. But is it worth it? The value of draft picks is in their potential, but proven stars like Jalen Ramsey or DeAndre Hopkins provide certainty. The Chiefs have to weigh the short-term boost against the long-term cost of losing valuable picks. For our mock draft, we predict the Chiefs will target Joe Alt in the first round. His towering frame and excellent footwork make him a perfect fit to protect Mahomes for years to come. If Alt is off the board, look for Xavier Worthy to be a prime candidate, bringing explosive speed and deep threat capabilities. Both options address key needs and fit well within the Chiefs' offensive schemes. In the second and third rounds, the Chiefs are projected to target defensive backs and interior offensive linemen. Kalen King, CB, and Donovan Jackson, OG, Ohio State, would be excellent value picks. King's coverage skills and Jackson's blocking prowess could solidify weak spots on both sides of the ball. If the Chiefs execute this mock draft, their roster would see significant improvements in crucial areas. Offensive protection would be stronger, the secondary would be more reliable, and the receiving core would get an upgrade. This could mean smoother drives, fewer turnovers, and a more complete defensive unit. With these additions, the Chiefs are setting themselves up for sustained dominance in the AFC West. Mahomes would have more time to operate, and the defense would be more capable of holding off high-powered offenses. A strong draft could be the difference between another Super Bowl run and coming up short. While the top names always get the headlines, there are always hidden gems in every draft. For the Chiefs, finding those diamonds in the rough could be the difference-maker in 2025. Players like Cooper DeJean, CB, Iowa, and Troy Franklin, WR, Oregon, are flying under the radar but have the potential to shine in the right system. DeJean is a highly athletic cornerback with great instincts and ball-hawking abilities. His speed and awareness make him a perfect fit for the Chiefs' defensive scheme. On the offensive side, Troy Franklin possesses incredible hands and route-running skills. His ability to create separation could fill the gaps in the Chiefs' wide receiver room. Another name to watch out for is Zion Tapulafetui, edge, Washington. Despite not having the same level of hype as other edge rushers, Tapulafetui is an explosive pass rusher with a knack for disrupting the backfield. His high motor and aggressive play style would fit seamlessly into the Chiefs' defensive front. The Chiefs' front office has shown its ability to find value in later rounds before. Just look at Isaiah Pacheco as a prime example. Targeting these underrated prospects could give the Chiefs a huge boost without sacrificing high draft capital. Would you like me to add another 5-minute segment focusing on special teams' impact and developmental picks? This could explore how late-round picks can strengthen the Chiefs' special teams and serve as developmental players for the future. One aspect often overlooked during the draft is the impact on special teams. For the Kansas City Chiefs, special teams have been a crucial part of their success, often flipping field position and swinging momentum in critical moments. The 2025 NFL Draft could be a prime opportunity for the Chiefs to add some explosive talent to their special teams unit. Names like Ainias Smith, WR, Texas A&M, and Jalen Lucas, RB, Indiana, stand out as perfect fits. Smith is a dynamic playmaker who has experience in returning kicks and punts. His blazing speed and quick change of direction could make him a nightmare for opposing special teams units. Lucas, on the other hand, is an explosive runner with top-tier vision, making him a potential game-changer in both kick returns and coverage units. Drafting versatile athletes who can contribute immediately on special teams allows the Chiefs to maximize roster spots. Not only do these players add depth to their main positions, but they also become critical assets in the third phase of the game, an often underrated part of winning championships. Dave Tubb, the Chiefs special teams coordinator, has a history of turning late-round picks and undrafted free agents into key contributors. The Chiefs should absolutely look to strengthen this unit in the later rounds of the draft. Once the dust settles on the 2025 NFL Draft, it's time to analyze how these picks fit into the Chiefs' long-term plans. If Kansas City manages to secure top offensive and defensive talents while adding depth through late-round steals, the roster could be primed for another Super Bowl run. The addition of offensive line reinforcements would help keep Patrick Mahomes upright and firing on all cylinders. Meanwhile, boosting the secondary with young, athletic talent would address the Chiefs' biggest defensive vulnerabilities. Expectations are sky-high, but as we've seen in past years, the Chiefs are always in win-now mode. These new additions could very well be the pieces that help Kansas City dominate the AFC once again. The key will be how quickly the rookies can adapt to Andy Reid's system and contribute right away. The coaching staff is well known for developing young talent, and with Mahomes under center, every move made is aimed at winning championships. The draft is only part of the equation. Kansas City has historically been strategic in its free agent signings following the draft, filling any lingering gaps that remain on the roster. For 2025, the focus could be on adding experienced depth at wide receiver or defensive back, especially if the draft selections don't fully address those needs. Names like Kendrick Bourne, WR, or Jordan Poyer, S, could be on the Chiefs' radar if available. The Chiefs have shown they are not afraid to spend if it means adding the final pieces to a championship-caliber team. Free agency also allows the Chiefs to hedge their bets. If a rookie underperforms, they have a veteran ready to step in and make an impact. The combination of a strong draft and smart free agent pickups has kept the Chiefs competitive for years. Executing well on both fronts in 2025 could be the key to yet another Super Bowl appearance. With all the potential moves on the horizon, it's time to predict the Chiefs' record for the 2025 season. If the draft goes as planned and key free agents are secured, Kansas City is poised for another dominant season. The AFC West remains competitive with teams like the Chargers and Broncos making moves, but the Chiefs' consistency and firepower put them at the top of the division. A realistic prediction for 2025 would be 13-4, enough to secure the AFC West title and a potential first-round bye in the playoffs. The key games will be against strong contenders like the Buffalo Bills, Cincinnati Bengals, and Baltimore Ravens. Winning those matchups could mean the difference between home field advantage or battling it out on the road. The key to achieving this record will be the performance of new draft picks and any key free agent signings. With Mahomes leading the charge, the Chiefs are well positioned to stay at the top of the NFL power rankings. And that wraps up our look at the Chiefs' best fits and potential trades for the 2025 NFL Draft. The Chiefs have a unique opportunity to solidify their dominance with smart draft picks and strategic trades. What do you think? Who should the Chiefs target? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more Chiefs content.